Okay guys, so I'm making a video to handle all the errors that you guys get when trying to build Gradle or doing some other tasks. Okay, so I saw some of the pictures you guys sent and some other complaints, and you guys asked for videos on errors so much, so I just thought it would be best to handle a video on it. Okay, so most of the problems you have, or most of the ones I've actually seen, are Gradle errors, and they're not really that deep from what I have seen. It's just that you guys don't get what's going on in Gradle, that maybe it's confusing or something. But the most parts of the errors I've seen, as in like 90% of the errors, are just with the network. Like, I have been constantly trying to direct guys, like, if you're trying to build Gradle, you have dependencies in your app, like, always build with your network. Like, it's very essential. Okay, so this is the Hello World app we did before, so I'll just open the app on Android Studio. Okay, so the app is open here, and I will try to, well, mine has just built. See, my project just built in lightning speed. Okay, so I don't think I have much in this project. I don't have much chances or whatever in this project, so that is why I'm not getting that much errors, or my network is also on, so I'm not getting that error. But you guys should go through your Gradle very well and check. Okay, so this is what I talked about in the last video too. I told you guys about the Gradle wrapper. When you start a project for the first time, like when someone shares a project for you and you don't have that version of Gradle installed, okay, you will get errors. Like, not that you get errors, you actually get errors if Gradle goes and tries to download this version of Gradle. For this project, it's version 5.6.4. you understand? If it goes online and tries to get this version of Gradle and it's downloading it, usually it's around 100 and something MB, or almost 200 MB for just the Gradle, any Gradle version. Okay, so when it tries to get this Gradle version and it's not available, it will throw errors. Like, it will tell you was not able to do this and was not able to do that, and then you guys should not fret. It will just tell you, yeah, and you will see the error there, was not able to download blah 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 blah, you see, or this version of Gradle or that version of Gradle. So you guys should not be like, what's going on. I've not actually seen one for Gradle downloading failed or something, because when it's downloading, you'll be seeing it there, and if it fails, it will actually tell you there. So, but I'll just saying this one so that you guys will get it. Okay, so the first thing it gets is this Gradle, the build system that it will use to build a project. Okay, so that's out of our way now. Okay, let's go to other things. Like, okay, so let me go to app projects. Okay, app module build upgrade. Yeah. Okay, so these are your dependencies. These dependencies are by default in your app. I don't actually add any dependencies for the Hello World app we did, and this is the Hello World app. Okay, so you can see so many dependencies here. It gets this one, Kotlin JDK blah 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 stdlib. Okay, it gets app compact, Android X app compact for your activities. Okay, it gets KTX, it gets constraint layout, it gets JUnit, it gets, I'm just trying to show you, like, the dependencies are like, there's no way you can get this without your network. The first time the project runs, it goes online, it goes to this with these dependencies you have done, just put here, it goes online and it downloads them. You see the dependencies, this is the name and this is the version. Okay, so if the version changes, you come here and make changes to the version. You understand? They are different, they are just libraries that are different, and most times Google will provide most of them. Most of all these are from Google. I don't think JUnit is from Google. JUnit is a different organization on its own. Yes, but the rest are from Google, and this one is also from Kotlin, which is the guys that did JetBrains and IntelliJ, which is also the same IDE we use for Android Studio. Okay, and there are some talks that IntelliJ is the same with Android Studio. I don't know why people are saying that, but it's not actually the same. I saw somewhere that online that you can actually build. There's an open source version of IntelliJ. What do you call it? The community version of IntelliJ. You understand? So it's just like the guys at Google, they just picked up the open version of IntelliJ. You understand? And they started working on it, and they built something on top of that. You understand? And that is what is called Android Studio. Android Studio is not actually IntelliJ. IntelliJ is very different from you can't get most of the things you get on Android Studio with IntelliJ. It does not just work that way. I'm not sure you just come to IntelliJ and start seeing your AVD manager and your SDK manager or whatever. It's not. I'm not sure it's that possible. You have to start getting third-party stuff and start installing, and maybe start doing all the things that the guys at Android did. Okay, maybe the optimization they did on the background or in the binary or something, you now get left out on that one. So Android Studio is Android Studio, IntelliJ is IntelliJ. Don't confuse yourself. It was built on the open source version of IntelliJ. You understand? So I actually read that you can actually go and download IntelliJ and then work on it as you want. You can build your own custom version yourself, just as they did Android Studio. Okay, so that's just for your knowledge, not for anything else. Okay, so let's continue from where we stopped. I told you guys about these dependencies. These dependencies, they must be downloaded. Okay, so it's not about trying to run it without network. It must be downloaded. Okay, I told you guys about these plugins that are here. These plugins, they contain tasks that run. Okay, so when you build your app, you actually see task.this running, task.that running, task.this running. Okay, so when those tasks they run, they have to like be completed. Okay, so if it fails somewhere, you will see what actually failed. Maybe it was when you are trying to create a release version or something, or you're trying to build a debugger, something you are doing, but it will show you that so task failed. I'm not with my phone here, but I think I can run on my emulator. Let me run on this Nexus 6. Okay, so I've not started the emulator yet, but let me just click on it so that it start building. Okay, you are seeing this app pre-build, up to date. I've done nothing on it. Okay, so my emulator is up. Okay, app generate debug config. These are all tasks, you understand, that are in my app module. Okay, they come with the plugin. So when the task for building starts, it starts running all these tasks in sequence as they are supposed to happen. Okay, so when something fails here, if one of these builds fails, maybe merge resources, or if it's working with my resources and it finds an error somewhere there, it will tell me here. I will see it here. One of my tasks failed. It now show me maybe a line to the resource folder. I do not maybe what do they call it, name my resource well, or do one kind of thing, anything that is there. And the funny thing is that this thing, it just the first time it runs once fully. When it wants to run again, it will check. It's what they call an incremental build. It will check if it has run before, and if anything has changed. If anything has not changed, it will just skip that. So you notice that your builds get faster by the time. So maybe the first one was not that fast, but the next one will be faster than the first one. Okay, so when you do your first build and you're like, why is it so slow, all this, you just see that your next build will be faster. So just don't be too worried about the speed of your build for the first time. Okay, so you are seeing all these tasks here. Okay, so let me just show you guys what a task actually looks like. I'll just remove that for this. Okay, let me show you guys what a task looks like. I thought I'd show you guys one. Okay, this is a task, a clean task. Okay, when you do something like a build clean project, this is actually the task that runs. It deletes your you understand the build folder that you have built. Okay, my app is done and it's now running. Let me show you guys the okay. So this is the Hello World app. It's just run on my laptop. I'll close up my emulator down because I have no need for it anymore. Okay, so that's it. So most times you are not going to do anything with task. You're not going to write your own task or do whatever, but you understand, just so that you guys know what tasks are. Okay, I'm just trying to clarify that. Okay, so I'll go through some errors that I saw on the Slack channel, just to show you guys that it's not actually that hard. I don't know why so many errors are coming up with that. Okay, let me close this once and let me open this. Okay, this is one of the errors. Like someone, I think his name is Olums Abi on Slack, he posted this error and some other ones. I think he's actually the only one that has many build errors, and I've actually been trying to tell him or trying to get him to like on the same page, but it's not working out. Okay, so he's trying to like build his project and it's writing build failed, unknown host deal.google.com. okay, so this is the hosts where Gradle tries to like get the dependencies or some other things from. Okay, so it's right here, unknown host deal.google.com. You need to adjust your project your proxy settings. So his network is not on, or he has proxy settings in his computer, which is even more unlikely because nobody actually just sets proxy nowadays. So looking at this bottom corner, you will see that man, his data is even actually off. There's no network bar here and there's nothing showing that he's connected to an Ethernet cable or whatever. So I think owning his data and rebuilding this project, we just go online and fetch the dependencies for him. Okay, so there's a suggestion here to enable Gradle offline mode and sync projects. I'll actually come to this and tell you guys what it is later. Okay, let me go to the next one. Next one is just Gradle build failed in blah 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 in 4 minutes 45 seconds. Let me know it's blah 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 again and bye. Okay, so they are giving him suggestions on what to do. Build field for tasks. Okay, he's trying to run a task. That means he's trying to like build his project or whatever, and it's not working. Maybe all the dependencies are not there yet or whatever. And also again here, his network is not on. I don't even understand how to say it anymore. Your network has to be like on for Gradle to work. As in Gradle just depends on network. I once joked about how much Gradle collects your data, but your network needs to be on most of the time. Okay, so for this one, it's the same thing, and a task here failed. Okay, execution failed for task app merge debug resources. You understand? Okay, cannot resolve all files for configuration. So the thing is that some things that are supposed to be in the app are not there. It's saying no cached version of the tools. You understand? Are you supposed to use to do run the merge build resources? The tools have not been downloaded because his network is not on and all those. So it's still the same thing. No network. So like 90% of the errors are mostly because of network. Like most times, network. Once you have network, there's no way, or there will be, but it's highly unlikely that it's a bug or whatever. Okay, so this also, I don't know, I can't see if his network was on, but this actually is on about GitHub. Okay, so I'll actually show you guys how to an easy way to run GitHub on to share your files with on GitHub. I told some people this, but I don't know if they have taken advantage of it, but I'll try to like share with everyone. Okay, I think that's all. The same thing here. That should be all everything. Okay, so I will now go back to this place. I told you guys I'll show you guys two things. Okay, one was the Git part, and the other was Gradle offline mode. Okay, if you open Gradle version 3.6, you see something here. There's a Gradle tab by the right. If you open this Gradle tab and click here, this is what they call toggle offline mode. Okay, once you toggle this on, it means that Gradle will not use a network to perform builds. Okay, so I think you should actually check this. Okay, so if I do this on and then I like build, make project, and then my build starts running again, trying to do some other things, it will run now in an offline environment. You understand? It's not using my resource and my network data and other things. It's not even trying to go online. Okay, so if there is an error sometimes and you notice and it says something like there is no network or this thing, and then your network is going, or you are sure your network is going, it will actually tell you maybe that your build is in offline mode, that you should set it to online mode or something. Just come here and remove it from offline mode and toggle it back. This now it's online. This thing is what they call a breaker, or what in physics. It's like a circuit breaker. When you bring it together, it works, and then when you separate it, there's no connection. Okay, so when I click this on, it means I'm trying to break the connection. Okay, so that should be it. Okay, from here you can actually see all your tasks. These are the tasks that come with the app. Okay, you can see all your Android tasks, your signing reports, whatever, your build tasks, assemble, Android. Okay, you can actually go here and get more clarity on the tasks that actually run. These tasks are by default on your app. Okay, build tasks, all those, look at those tasks. So assemble, debug, and compare debug sources and rest. Okay, that's it for that one. But just know that there's an offline mode. You can actually use offline mode for when situations where you cannot use data. Okay, you're trying to tell Gradle to like use the resources it has offline. It's actually Gradle actually caches. You guys should know what cache is now. Cache to store a local version of some of your dependencies or whatever. Okay, so when you are in a situation like you can't use data, there's no network, just try offline mode. If it works, if it does not work, you know there is a new dependency that you added or whatever, and network is actually needed to now rebuild. Understand? Okay, so I'll go to the GitHub part. Okay, so you guys are like, how should I share my this one and how should I share this one on GitHub, and maybe you are like stressing yourself using the terminal and all that. The terminal is good. I cannot argue with that. It's actually good too, but most times you don't, the terminal will be like too much for you. Okay, so I have like a shortcut for you guys to use. When you click on VCS, okay, VCS is like your version control tab. Like everything about the version control is already built into the system. I'll show you guys why Android Studio is and IntelliJ is very powerful too. Okay, so I said last video that most times when you're using IntelliJ and Android Studio, you're like, this app is too bulky, is this one, but there are actually some things that are done for you by default that you not understand until you go deep. I'm not a master of Android Studio, or I'm still learning everything, but the ones I know I can just show you. Okay, so this is the VCS app. Okay, if you go to um where is that itself? Okay. um Import into version control. Sorry, I lost it for a minute. Import into version control. Okay. There are so many. This VCS tab has configuration for so many types of version control, but mostly we are working with Git. Git. So Git is the same for GitHub, maybe GitLab or whatever. As far as it uses Git uh, version control, you can do some things here. Create your Git repository. Do some other things. Okay, you can share your project on Subversion. Okay, but look at this one. This is the one you need. Like, if you had done your project offline without Git and whatever, or maybe you have done it on with Git installed and you have been committing or whatever, you can just come here and say import into version control. It's just on your machine. It's not yet on GitHub. So with this, you don't actually need to go on GitHub and then create and start copying all those things. Just click on share on GitHub, and it just looks up the name. Okay, it's looking up my own now, and this is like my own. I've already added my details. Okay, I've added my details. Okay, let me show you guys where I added my details. I think I should settings. So go to file, settings, and then you will see. Let me search for Git. Okay, I think GitHub here. So I actually added my details. So this is my email. Okay, my email. I'm not going to expand and show all my details or whatever, but just come here. If you want to add another GitHub account, you can just click plus, and then if you want to remove, minus, and then add your details. Okay, so when I've added my details, I just come here and git import into version control, share on GitHub. It will now use my GitHub account. Okay, so when I logged in here, GitHub gave the what do they call it, Android Studio access to my account, so I can make some changes, some modifications, because as I've logged in here, I have control over my GitHub account. Okay, share project on GitHub will actually give you the power to do some things. Okay,